Hi everyone, I'm Kfir, one of the co-founders of SpaceIL. During the last 8 years, each time we had other things that, kept us awake. But I think that if you're looking at what's happening now, I think there were four major milestones. One is the launch itself, just making sure that the rocket gets into space and the spacecraft is released and everything is okay with that. It wasn't on us, it was on SpaceX and spaceflight, and we're really thankful for everything they've done. The second part is making sure that the spacecraft was able to pass through that. It was so shaking inside and we did a lot of tests, but to make sure that everything is okay and it transmits to Earth, to the control center in Yehud, and we can communicate and get all the telemetry and see that everything is okay. The next critical part, when we're going to catch the moon, the lunar capture, where we are actually, instead of continuing to rotate around Earth, we're going to catch the moon and start rotating around the moon. And that's a really critical maneuver. It's actually the only maneuver during the whole flight that the spacecraft must complete. Like if something bad happened in the maneuver and it happened already, and the first maneuvers, the spacecraft just stops and wait for orders. And in this maneuver, the lunar capture, it must continue, because if it won't, we can just be lost in space. So that's a critical one. And the last one is the landing itself. It's the first time a system that was built in Israel reached such a distance, and reaching the moon is hard. But if you compare it to other things that we did in Israel, we have never landed anywhere else in the universe. Like, this is something so different than everything that was done before. You also need to remember that the spacecraft needs to do it by itself, because the distance is so long that even with the speed of light, to send something, get the signal back, and a bit of processing, it's around 3 seconds. And when the spacecraft moves really fast, 3 seconds is just too much. We cannot control it from Earth. So during the flight, we're controlling it from Yehud, but during the landing, it must be autonomous and know how to land by itself. So it's another thing that just makes this really critical maneuver difficult. And we've done a lot of work just for that moment, and really holding our fingers to see that it goes well.